Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the explosive chain battle versus Oceanus Shenron, or otherwise known as Princess Otto, or in the Princess Otto form, I guess. The three effective categories here are going to be Shadow Dragon Saga, Goku's family, and joined forces. And the predominant advantageous characters are a bunch of Pans, a bunch of Gokus, or GT Gokus, and Giru and Trunks and Giru, all from basically the Black Star Dragon Ball saga. So that's really the effective units. Obviously you can see them all here. Now we are going to be using some free-to-play units to obviously put everything together. I'm going to show you guys how to do a pretty decent free-to-play kind of, explosive chain battle basically. Obviously the missions are the same, the cumulative totals. You want to hit more than 100 million in a single go, because that's where a lot of your stones and your score is going to come from. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So obviously the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set your supporters. Just a heads up, you can always check how other people have done their team builds. So if you don't agree with mine, or you just want to look at some other ones, then you're welcome to kind of go here. I generally always look here before I build my team. So yes, even I do that. I don't just make it out of thin air. I always like to get a look at what other people are doing, get an idea from them, and then I'll usually adjust that to get some kind of free to play better team. When you're picking supports on the super side, try and pick Gokus, GT Gokus. Those are going to be the best, the Super Saiyan Kid Gokus. You can also possibly pick up some Pans as well, and that should generally be okay. You shouldn't really have any problems. Once you've selected all those units, you will be able to obviously have a decent selection. I think on the super side it's relatively easy. If you obviously don't have those units, you can kind of rely a bit more on Pans. Then you have the extreme side. You're going to focus a bit more on Shadow Dragon Saga, so Nova Shenrons, Oceanus Shenrons, Sin Shenrons, Omega Shenrons, etc. Once you've selected all those units, then you're going to obviously go and participate in the actual explosive chain battle. Now, as our lead attacker, we're going to be using the Int Kid Goku, the Kid Goku that's obviously, essentially the, you get him from the Omega Shenron raid from the Extreme Z Battle section. We're then going to be choosing mainly Goku units here. Ideally you can use any Super Saiyan Goku GT as your linker. If you don't have the Goku's family lead one, try and choose the Tech Goku, so the Tech Super Saiyan Goku that you get from the DB story event. Then you want to look really hard to find a team of units that has mainly Shadow Dragons. So once you've done that, then all you need to do is choose the Legion or Shadow Dragon Legion card that you get as a battlefield unit. That's your best free-to-play option. You can choose anything else. Sin Shenron, Omega Shenrons will always be good, but that's going to be the best option if you don't have those units. Remember, as always, you can check your score. By checking your score, it gives you an indication. It's not the perfect metric, but it does give you the indication of what you need to have done to obviously get a high score. So that's something I can suggest, at least overall. But yeah, generally speaking, you should be more than fine. As always, I suggest slowing things down here so that you have a little bit more time to take a look at the units that pop in, and essentially from there you can take your time a little bit, or at least get an idea of what units are in there, familiarize yourself with them. This step is very important. You want to pick 3 units that link very well. Ideally you want to go for Gokus. If you can't go for Gokus, you're going to want to pick up Sin Shenrons, Omega Shenrons, etc. But yeah, ideally you pick up Gokus. Once you pick them up, you should be more than fine. You will see that the unit will have full power key attack. Your unit will then fire its key attack, and then you should, if everything's been going correctly, get a decent score. 112 million, not so bad. Pretty nice starting score. Generally speaking, I tend to get a little bit higher than that. In terms of like, I always manage to improve my first score at least a little bit. But it's always good when your first one exceeds the 100 million score, because then you know you've guaranteed yourself all of the big rewards that you get from the missions. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As you guys can see from the missions, we have completed quite a few of them, which is obviously very, very good. And yeah, but if you need any more help, you can leave a comment down below. But that's gonna be it for me. Cheers and bye.